Hi, folks. How are you? Hopefully, you're doing well. I'm going to go over my page, just make sure that my live is happening all the places it should be happening. It takes a minute to do this. And so, anyway, hi, folks. How are you? When you hop on, say hi. Tell me that you're here. Let me know you're seeing. I'm not seeing me on my page, but it takes a minute sometimes. I see me on here. Hi, folks. How are you? Hopefully, y'all are having a great Sunday. Had to stop and think, what day is it? Hi, Lee. How are you? Hopefully, y'all are having a great day. So today we're going to work on. I slipped by Goodwill and look what I found. I found this awesome tray. I've already put like a mega coat of primer on it by accident because I just like dumped some and a little more dumped out than what I was wanting. So we done primed everything. Primer is kind of like on everything. Anyway, hey Dee, how are you? Hi Teresa, how are you? Hopefully y'all are having a great Sunday. Anyway, my name's Amanda. I'm with Simply Filmation Art. I love teaching folks how to create beautiful pieces of art for your home to give as gifts or to sell as extra income. And so if I'm new to you, I am so happy to have you have found me. I'm a very proud affiliate of Paint Pixie. I love their products. And so I'm very happy to be here today. I don't have my apron because I put it in the wash and it's upstairs. I managed to get makeup all over it, not to mention paint all over it. It was just looking kind of not pleasant. So I was like, okay, it's time to go in the wash. Yay! That is awesome, Melissa. They're so fun. I think you're going to love this. We're going to have a little bit of a vintagey, kind of retro, kind of, I don't know if steampunky is the word, but maybe just a hint of it. I'm not really a steampunky girl. I don't really, that's kind of my thing, but like old, decrepit, falling apart. That is my jam. And so y'all can see my door right here, right? That's a barn door that I got to actually make a headboard out of. But it's pretty rotted. You can see all the holes in it, right? Anyway, my husband, he teases me about this all the time. And so I'm going to get started because this is a big tray. Just want to make sure. So hi folks, I'm so happy to see you here today. And if you're new to me, then just, hop on over my page and give it a like, give it a follow. I do all kind of things. And so painting is my main, if you want to say my main jam, painting is my main jam. But I love to craft. I love to create beautiful pieces of art, be it paper art, be it, canvas art, be it art that's like a tray art. I consider all of this art. Furniture, like, because it's not just like, it's, I find it it's a form of art regardless of what it is, right? And so being creative, you take something that would have probably gone in the trash can. I know this was at Goodwill, but it was rusty and dark and not very pretty at all. Not something that you would have been proud to have put like your turkey up on. Like it probably wouldn't have been great for your turkey. And if you're over on my page, I don't know if I'm live on my page. I need to double check and see if now I am, because if not, I need to share over there. Yeah, I don't think it works. Sometimes it at halftime works and halftime doesn't. So I will sprinkle my own love out. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. And so we're just gonna give this a good little dry. Same here. Yeah, you consider it like a form of art. I do too. I have this super thick because I poured out too much. But it's okay. We're going to decoupage over it. We're going to paint over it. And you know what? If these lines appear in it, it's only going to make my decoupage even better. Hopefully everybody's having a good Sunday afternoon. 4th of July weekend. I don't know. Tell me, are y'all celebrating 4th of July this weekend or next weekend? Because it's kind of, I mean, it's on a Tuesday. So it's closer to this weekend, but you could totally do something next weekend too. And so it's not dry yet. It's going to take it a minute. So y'all tell me what you're doing. My name's Amanda with Simply for Amazing Art. And if somebody could do me a favor, I have my link here that I'm getting pinned. If somebody could just click on that and go to that link. I just want to see if like my link is working. I don't know. I don't know if it is. Oops. There we go. Ooh, I got this thick. Much thicker than I realized. Like, come on now, I need you to dry. I need you to dry sometime today. I was in a hurry and I just was like, I'll just pour some on. And oh my, when I went to pour, it just poured. Oh, yes. On Tuesday, decorating the pool house as we speak for Tuesday. Hey, that's awesome, Melissa. Yes, I would be doing the same thing. I don't have a pool. I don't have a pool house, but if I did, or if one of my family members did, we would totally be hanging out. We don't have that. Growing up, my mom toyed with the idea of putting a pool in. But we live like, I don't know, less than 2 blocks from like the city pool. And we would walk over there like and go to that. And so mom never bothered. And she's like, I'm so glad now because I wouldn't want to have to deal with it. Especially given that, you know, we were so close. Okay, good. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. My like the analytics are looking really strange for my link. And I'm wondering if it like something's wrong with it. Josie's gonna have them look into it because it doesn't seem right. Hi Diane, how are you from Massachusetts? And so yeah, it was a little too close. We were a little too like we were right there at the pool, and it was a nice pool. It was a really nice pool. And so, you know, had multiple diving boards, had multiple like areas if you wanted to do the like swim lanes, if you wanted to just play in the water, you know, I mean, they had areas for everything, kid area, They later they basically tore it up and put another pool in its place, kind of changed like how it was located, and put another pool in the place. And it was like, now it has like things in the water, like it has a lazy river. It has like these different elements in the water that you can play on, like the kids can play on. It's more of a kids. They still have the diving area because, of course, everybody likes jumping off the diving boards. But it doesn't necessarily have like the swim lanes anymore. It's more of like a play pool, and it has all these things that like spill water. It's much more kid oriented than it is. It's very nice. It is very nice. So this is the paper. I told you I wanted it to be a little grungy. This is called Vintage Lyson, or Vintage Plates. Vintage Plates. They're like Lyson plates. And so, whoops, that looking a little fuzzy. Let me get the focus going here, guys. There we go. That's a whole lot better. Oh my God, in 2021. So this is a new house and it's right smack in the middle of their cow pasture. Oh, wow. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Melissa. I love it too. It's a new Andy Skinner paper. I have it on my page, on my website. Love it. And we're going to put this down. I'm actually going to use, y'all know I love to use, when I do my decoupaging, I really like the Meltdown. And I don't know why I like it over the other one. I think it's like the finish, the way it looks finished. But because this is a metal tray, and because I don't know like if it's going to get washed or anything like that, I want it to be waterproof. And the waterproof sealer is force field, and these can be used as decoupage mediums as well. And so that's the beauty of it. So I'm just going to take my little water pen here, and I'm just gonna, as soon as I get some water flowing, come on, flow down. Is there water in there? Yeah, there's water in you. Come on. There we go. Water is coming now. I'm just going to, use a little water so I have a little raggedy edge. We're not going to worry so much about blending into this paper as much as just, kind of like creating this grungy effect all around this. We're going to kind of create like a little frame, I think, but we want that grungy effect. And so I'm just gonna tear. So I have these little like roughed edge, right? Like a feathered edge. And but I'm glad they were able to get a new house and reestablish, because that is horrible. I can't imagine like losing everything like that. It's like your biggest nightmare. Very scary. All right, we just throw this part away. There's nothing left on that to use for anything. Okay. We're going to get this down, and then we're just going to have fun creating some of this rust effect around it. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to try to like duplicate the plates, because I think that would just, one, A, be too much, and two, I don't have time for that. So we're just I'm gonna put a little bit down. This is my force field. I'm just gonna grab one of my chunky brushes. When I say chunky brush, it's just a brush I need to take some, like, it's one of my old brushes, crusty brushes. I use those for sealer. I do not use my artist brushes for anything but paints because, well, I just don't. And my good artist brushes, the turquoise iris artist brushes, I don't use them for sealers and things like that. And then we're just gonna try our best to somewhat get it somewhat centered and somewhat even. I'm not measuring. I'm just eyeballing it like it's gonna be good enough. I've got it a little crooked, I think. In the end, it's gonna be just fine. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it a little rough measurement and just see. I think that's maybe pretty good. It looks a little crooked still. Like this end looks to be a little bit lower, a little bit, I don't know. Something about it doesn't look exactly right. On camera, it looks crooked. In person, but I have astigmatism, so I can't always tell straight. I have that problem. We're going to go with that. It's going to be good enough. And we're just going to be like, it's good enough, right? Still looks a little crooked, but that's okay. Put it on top. We have it on the bottom. We're going to put it on top. We're just going to make sure all of our edges are sealed down good. And the thing I like about using the Paint Pixie products for this is they are food safe. So they are made out of natural stuff. So I don't have to worry about what I'm going to put on this tray. Like if I would have used other products, I wouldn't have been able to have put food on this tray. Now, I don't know if food is ever going to be actually in direct contact, but I definitely plan on using this tray. So, like, I thought it'd be great for, like cupcakes and little desserts and, cookies or some sort, But I could also totally see me using this at like the holidays too. It doesn't have to be Christmas or, but it would be cute, you could do a Christmas paper on here. I toyed with that idea and then I was like, I kind of want it more year round, and not just can be used at Christmas time. And so, hey Dee, how are you? So we're going to get that on. I'm going to let that dry and pop my brush over in the water. Now I'm going to use some Paint Pixie Magical Chalk paints to recreate this kind of look and feel. And I'm going to use some Pixie Dust paints too because I love the liquid Pixie Dust. I might just use the liquid Pixie Dust to be quite honest with you because I think I can accomplish sort of that same rusty feel and yet it be metallic, and I think I'm going to love that because these will be like metallic plates. And then I'm going to have some fun that I'm going to need y'all to vote on for me because I don't know. Maybe I should do that first and then do all the painting because those need to be painted also. So let me see what y'all think about this. I have some woodgie bend, and I was thinking maybe it would be cute to put like something unexpected on these handles because I don't really like the handles, but like have it to be totally different than like the sort of the metallic-y. So I have those, which I really like. And I have these, which, you know, but I think I like those better. And then I have this, which is like some chain. And I thought maybe it would be kind of cool if I put this. Are those the same? No, they're different. Okay. I thought they were the same, but I think they're different. I'll show you in a minute. Tell me if you like these on the handles, though. I kind of do. I think it gives a little unexpected. And then when we paint it, that'll probably get painted a little rusty. Can you get your fingers in enough to pick up the tray? Yeah, because you can put them behind. So, yeah, you can still pick the tray up. You know, you don't have to necessarily have it like that. But you can pick the tray up, no problem, I think. I don't think it would impede too much you picking up the tray. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I'm going to carry this tray like, you know, any further than like, like from probably put it on the counter, put the things on it, and then like leave it on the counter. It's not like I'm going to be carrying it. I mean, I might carry it to church. That might be the only place I carry it. But, you know, it kind of molds too. We're going to mold it too and stick it too. And then I don't think it would be a problem picking it up and carrying it. And so, but I have this. And I thought this and this was the same, but they look the same, but they're different. I don't know that anybody would know, but I think it would be kind of cool. Let me open this up. This is where like it gives that little industrial look to it that I think, you know, I want to keep. And, you know, where we could bend this so it would just go like around the edge somehow. I'm thinking not necessarily on the rim, but kind of like here on the edge on the inside, bend it. And you can see like they look very similar, but when you actually look at the side of them, it's different. This part looks very similar. That part does not. It's so funny. It's like that's not this. It's the same, but not the same at the same time. But I might have to use just a little bit of it to bridge the gap because I don't think when I bend it, I'm going to have enough, you know, to go all the way around. That's where these are going to come in. But I think it might work. No, this is not industrial looking, but the way we're gonna paint them, it's gonna look a little bit more. This is kind of a little like unexpected to the rest of the rest of the tray. So it's kind of no, these aren't industrial, but the way we're gonna paint it, it's gonna look a little rustic. So I think you're gonna love my idea on painting them. Hey Brenda, good to see you. So it's like a little like unexpected whatever. I don't know how to describe that, but anyway. All right, let's work on getting that in because we want to paint that with the tray when we paint the tray. So Would You Bend, if you're not familiar with it, it's a product that when heated, it bends. And so you heat it up And it takes a minute to heat it up. I've got my gun at like 400 here. So it's warm. When it touches my fingers, it's like, well, that's a little warm. And you'll see when it starts to get heated that it gets flexible. And you can bend it. And then that's how we're going to put it on this tray. It takes as long for it to cool off as it does for it to heat up. The newer ones, the Woodgie Bend 3 ones actually have a element in them that keep them warmer longer. I don't know if this is the 3rd generation or if it's a 2nd generation. I don't know. I got some sent to me. I am an affiliate for them also. Woodgie Bend West. But it didn't say what this one was. And I opened it for another project, and like the things that it came with are no longer here. I don't know where they went off to, so I can't tell you what this one is. It's a corner or something or another. Woodgie Bend corner or something. Of course, all of them have a name of something. I'm going to apply some quick and thick glue. And I know I applied it probably where it's not going to touch, but I'm not sure where it does touch and where it doesn't touch. I didn't mark it, and so I could have marked it, but I didn't. Now this glue dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. It does dry. Well, I don't know if it dries clear or not. I said that, but I don't think so. Yeah, it dries clear. Yeah. I thought so, but I wasn't like, all of a sudden I'm second guessing myself. This is Tight Bond Quick and Thick. Get it at Lowe's. Probably Home Depot too. I don't know. We don't have a Home Depot here yet. One's coming. They're putting one in their old Sears building at the mall. What's left of our mall. I don't know where y'all are from, but our mall here, the indoor mall here, is like totally like no one home. It's totally just no one there. There's a few stores left. There's a Belk store left. And there's a few stores in the mall, but for the most part, it is nothing but deserted. So, and then I'm just going to heat it up so it adheres. So we can stick it down and bend it down. So it's good and molded to our, you'll see I'll be able to bend that right on down and mold it right into our, I just gotta get it hot without scorching it. All right, come on, don't move the whole thing, Amanda. You just want to move that part. I'm like moving I'm sliding the whole thing by accident, and it's getting it off of where I want it. Get warm and bend down there and stick. We're just going to let that stick for a minute. The Quick and Thick does just what it says. It's nice thick glue, and it's quick to tack. And so It's quick. It helps if I keep sliding, if I'd stop sliding it. Okay. There we go. You want to remove it? If you're not happy with it and you want to remove it, heat will remove it too. So you can remove it the same way you put it down. Okay. Now we're going to do this side. So hopefully y'all having a great Sunday. Anyone else got any fun plans for the 4th? I don't really have anything planned. I've got lots of work to do. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's probably working. My sister was doing some hamburgers and hot dogs tonight, but I had my lab tonight, so I wasn't able to go over there. And she has to work tomorrow, so she wanted to get it done early because she goes to work really early. She has to be at work at 6 or 6:30 in the morning, so she leaves really early. And so she wanted to get dinner over with tonight before I could get there. So I was like, well, y'all have fun. Y'all have fun. I'm going to have fun with my friends on Paint Pixie. So I'm kind of happy y'all are hanging out with me tonight. Or this afternoon, I should say. Not quite night yet. I just learned today that my city that I live in is too broke for fireworks. Like, I'm like, that's pathetic. As much as they charge for every little thing here. Even down to charging 5 cents for bags. Like, you can't have fireworks. Okay. I get it. It is expensive. I mean, they were like on the news, they were like, oh, last year it was $45,000 for the fireworks, and we only raised $30,000 from the, basically from the residents. They raised money to go towards it, and they only raised $30,000, and it cost the city $15,000. And I'm like, all that you get in taxes, you can't afford that. Pretty bad. Like, that's lame. And it's a lot of money. It'd be a lot of money for an individual, of course. But our city, they get plenty in taxes. Trust me. We pay them well in tax money. And they don't hurt themselves giving that back to the people either. Just take a look at our roads. Big old holes in all of them. We have a bridge in town that legit, like, stuff is falling from underneath of it down, and they don't have money to fix that. Like, this is ridiculous. So no fireworks here. I mean, other than like individuals who may set off, you know, at their home. But of course, you can't have the big ones are outlawed, so you can't have like any aerial ones or anything like that unless you're like gonna break the law, which people do. My neighbors up above us on the other side of the creek, they usually do a big old 4th of July stuff where they set off aerial fireworks. The fire department just down the road about a mile from us, they come up and set them off for them. So I'm like, apparently you can have aerial fireworks. But anyway, all right. And so, okay, we got a few more minutes before the paint. I mean, I'm like, come on now, we got paint. We gotta put paint on this. It's gonna be totally awesome, guys. I'm sorry if y'all are like, this is a little the boring part, but this is the cool part. And when we add paint to this, those metallic paints, the Pixie Dust paints, are gonna be awesome. Look at that bend. I've got my heat gun set on like 400. Anybody doing any fireworks for the 4th? I'll come to your house and we can set them off. I don't know if my neighbor would continue to do them. Her husband died, was it last year? Year before last? So I don't know if she will. Her family may, her son may, their son may do them. I don't know. You have to, when you get these and they're like this, you cannot bend them. They will break. And so you have to get them warm in order to bend these. They have to be warm. And so once they are warm, they will go right on without any problem. And we're just going to add a little glue. I'm okay if some glue pops out from around it. In fact, that's what you want to see, is some of the glue popping out around it, because then you know you have good coverage. We also know it dries clear, so you don't have to worry about it. And but this does take like wood glue, guys. You do need to use something like you don't necessarily have to use the Quick and Thick. You could use another product, but they kind of recommend this. But I did hear that Woodjebend themselves are coming out with their own glue that is like designed for the product. And so I'm like, that's kind of interesting. We'll see how like that works, right? So I just kind of want to go around that again. I'm just gonna wipe my fingers off. Unless your fingers get mighty dirty, you could use the paintbrush, but this is glue, and so I wouldn't recommend using. Whoops. I wouldn't recommend using a paintbrush because this is true like glue. It's going to mess your paintbrush up. Oh, that's gonna fit. That's gonna fit nice. We're just gonna stick it right to it. Ooh, that's hot. Woosa. Woosa, woosa. We just need to spruce this thing up just a wee little bit, right? I'll make sure it's well adhered to our tray and we don't have any little yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna look, Dee, when we're done. You're not gonna know that this wasn't part of the tray. Like you're legit not gonna know. Like you would think that this is like built into the tray. Actually, I want it down on that lip a little bit further down. I want it down on there. I don't want it up that high. Pulling it the wrong way. The good thing is you do have work time. And so you do have some work time. And any of that excess glue, if you want to just pull it off, you can. Actually, I'm not even going to worry that we don't have any coming up underneath here because it kind of just goes right to that edge of the pieces. And so I'm not going to care that there's not any underneath there. So this is perfect. Let me see if I can find. What did I do with that packaging when I took it off? I don't even know what I did with it. When I took it out of the thing. I was going to tell you the numbers on it. I'm like, how did it just, oh, I threw it over there. That's why. Okay. I threw it over in my trash, which I can't reach. And so then we're going to do the same thing with this piece. We're going to heat it up. And we're going to put it on that side. And then we're going to paint it. So it's going to look awesome when we're done. This product is pretty awesome. It's not going to matter. When we paint it and seal it, I can 100% wash this. Now, I would not put this in the dryer, in the dryer. No, don't be putting your silver platter up in the dryer. That's probably not a good thing to do, just saying. But I could wash this. Yeah, I would not put it in my dishwasher. I'm gonna say the wrong thing again. Don't put it in your washing machine either. I'm not gonna put it in my dishwasher. I'm not gonna like submerge it into water, but just like take a soapy cloth, wipe it, rinse it, totally wash it that away without a problem. Even though this is a wood composite, because once I paint it, it's gonna be it'll be sealed, and water isn't gonna hurt it. I still wouldn't put it in my dishwasher though, nor would I like set it in a sink of water. But then again, I would never put silver in a sink of water anyway, right? Even silver plated trays that are like the cheapy trays, you don't do that with. So you wouldn't do it with this one either. Totally ready to bend. Just going to give it another little heat before I apply the glue. And you have about as much time as it took to heat up before it cools down. Once it cools down, you've got to heat it up again if you're going to move it any, or you're going to break it, because it gets stiff and hard in whatever, you know, like curved position. That's going to get stiff and hard in whatever position I let it stay in. So gonna want to, again, just kind of work it on. This is the thing I like about that quick and thick, is because it tacks pretty quick. And let's see, let's just adjust it a little bit there. I'm going to adjust it there so it's kind of the same. And we want to make sure we push it so it's well adhered to our tray. That's the important part. Then I'm going to heat it up again. Whoops. I've been dying to use this one since I got it. Like, I thought I was going to use it on something for my mom for her bicycle, because it looks like a bicycle chain. But then I didn't like it with the other stuff. And so I ended up not using it. And then I've been like dying to try something to find it to use it on. So this is making me very happy. Just gonna push it on there. And Woody Ben, you can stretch it about 10%. So when you're using that, you can stretch it a little bit if you need to. Now I'm just gonna grab a grungy brush, and I'm just gonna come in, and because I do have like a lot of glue that came out of this one, I threw the glue at this one and just pull that glue up and sort of clean it up a little bit there. Just my fingers are messy. All right, now the fun, guys. Now the magic. The magic that is Paint Pixie Liquid Pixie Dust. And the magical, maybe the magical chalk paints too. I don't know. I think I'm just going to stick with the Pixie Dust, though. Gonna pick up a little bit that's underneath there. Okay. Let me just stick my fingers. I stick my fingers down in my dirty paint water and like clean them a little bit every now and then. Y'all ever do that? Okay. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. All right. I'm going to put my top on, get rid of this. Get this out of my way. Make sure you put your top on your glue, guys, because if not, it's going to dry out on you. All right. Let me grab my metallics. So I already know. I want some copper. So I want some new penny. I want a little bit of that 24 karat gold. I want some statuary, which, guys, in my book, statuary gets looked over a lot. That's one of my favorites. I want those colors. I want some of the blue diamond, the silver, and I may even use some of the white sand. I don't know yet. Let me just pull that color just in case. Okay, wait, Sam, where did you go? Where did white sand go? Oh, there it is. Okay, lost among the colors. But we're going to use some of these. I may even get, let me just pull that color too. Some of the Starry Night, that deep blue. I'm thinking this is gold right here, guys. I'm actually going to grab my little Frenchie. I'm going to grab both of my little Frenchies. And I may even grab my little Joy. I love these brushes. And you're going to see why. And I'm not going to go in any particular order, guys. I'm actually just going to put some down on my tray. We're going to make this quick, okay? Because one, we're running out of time. But two, whoops, I got little, I don't know what, something on there. Little debris, probably from my fingers. That's going to be perfect color. And then I want to get some of this blue in here. And I'm throwing it everywhere. I just threw it up on my computer. I got to wipe that off because I can't let that dry or I'm not going to get it off, guys. I legit just threw that right up on my computer. Don't click. It's right on my mouse pad. Like right on the mouse pad. All right. My little Frenchie here. And that's the great thing about this brush is it can get all up in all those crevices, okay? And so I want to pick up some of my dark blue. I want to work that in too. Don't worry, we're going to hit all these colors. It's just I want an under, kind of like these, kind of that underlayment color. And I just want to have a little bit of both of these kind of hanging out there in that background. Hanging out on our Would You Bin. You can see I'm not caring how it's mixing because it doesn't really matter. I'm being sloppy with it on purpose. Because I just kind of want a little bit of all these colors mingled in there. Notice I did not worry about going over this white with any color because I know these paints are heavily pigmented and you're not going to see that white underneath of them anyway, so it does not matter. Look where some of my glue dropped down. I have like little glue knobs in there. I don't know if you can see that, but actually I kind of like it a lot. It just adds some like oldness to my tray, right? Guys, this is gonna be so pretty. Gonna be so pretty. The thing I like about these brushes is they just get down in all those little crevices and get your paint down in there. And you can see how it's just like all these different, that like turquoisey, tealy green. That is the blue diamond and the Starry Night. how they're going together just so beautifully. And don't worry, I have a whole big bottle of Starry Night. Like, I don't run out of that. I try not to run out of any of my Paint Pixie paints because I love them all. And so they have, you know, like everything else, they have their magic. They're the metallics are highly pigmented. The others are pigmented too. They're chalk paints. So they have acrylic in them, and then they have the calcium carbonate, or what I don't know how you say that, but whatever it is, that is the salt or the mineral part that makes them the chalk paint, not salt, chalk. But you can tell I did not do well in chemistry. Like, I don't know my chemistry very well. I just prayed for that class to be over. How are y'all liking it? You're probably like, it's looking like a hot mess. Kinda at this stage, it is looking a little hot messish. But it won't be looking like a hot mess for long, though. Probably like, okay. I believe it when I see it. I want it to look old. I want it to be kind of like rustic, beat up, whatever you want to say. Notice I've just been putting my paint, everything right on the tray. I don't like wasting paint, like putting it on a palette plate unless I have to. I often just, like for this, just put it directly on what I'm working on, especially if I don't care how it's mixing. I got some of that glue down here too. I love it. It's almost a perfect, like, right across from each other. I'm going to tap in some glue, some paint in there, not glue. Make sure you get in all the little spots, guys, because this little piece right here has a lot of little spots to get into. New word, hot mess, hot mess, messish. That's right. It's looking like a hot messish. That means just semi-hot mess, not total hot mess. You can kind of see the magic that is going to happen with this. Hopefully by now you can kind of see it. Thinking about the colors I pulled out and maybe like how I would use them together. This blue diamond and this starry night, guys, is truly pure magic together. Like, if you haven't tried this combination, you need to do something, whether it's this or something else, and try this magic combination, because it is truly pure magic. And then when we add all those other colors in, oh yeah, I can see it. Can y'all see it? I get excited when I can see it. Those in my group or that have followed me enough know I get really excited. Make sure I get it all painted. I don't want anything that's like the wood showing or white showing. And so it takes a hot minute to get into all of those little teeny tiny details and get them painted. That's why this brush is like, if you try to do this with like a flat brush, oh my Lord, you would probably like lose your eyesight trying to, like not only that, lose your eyesight, but just like lose your patience. I know I would. I don't have that kind of patience. And so I would 100% like lose it. I'm going to dry this and then we might put like another little coat on just to make sure we have complete coverage. We have pretty good coverage. It's pretty well covered. I don't think I'm going to need, but I kind of want to just smooth out some of that roughness that it looks like, although I kind of like it. We'll see. We'll see time-wise. What do we have? What are we working with? So I'm going to be live back on this page basically every other Sunday at 4. So just look at your calendar, skip a Sunday, and I'll be live the next Sunday. I don't know the dates off the top of my head. I know the last time it'll be like the, I don't know. Me and calendaring, we have issues. I don't always like follow my calendar the way I need to. But if you're not following me or I'm new to you, my name is Amanda. I'm a Simply Flamazing Art. And guys, on my page this month, we are going to have so much fun. I'm going to have some guests. We're going to have, we're just going to have so much fun. So y'all come over and join me for the fun that we're going to have. Because you want to be part of all that fun. All right, I'm going to dry this. I think I have it pretty good. There's probably a spot or two, especially if I start to like angle it and look all down in there. There's going to be some spots, especially on this side right here. Let me just grab them real quick with what I have in my brush. If I have enough in my brush to do them all. Oh, I'm loving this. I am loving this. Okay. There's still a few spots here and there, but as we layer, we will pick those spots up. I'm going to give this a little bit of a dry because at this point I want it to be layered and not mixed. Okay, we're feeling pretty dry. We're feeling dry enough that we can move on. Now I will get out a piece of palette paper or my paper for my paint. And if I have any left over, I'll just keep it back in. I'm going to go in with my silver now. And so we want to pull in that silver a little bit. My brush is still the dirty brush. It's fine. I'm just going to I just kind of want to hit it a little bit, like have just some aspects of like the silver shining through. I don't want to take away all my blue because I could at this point. I mean, this is heavy pigmented paint. You don't necessarily see through it. And I could take away almost everything that I have put down. And I don't want to do that. I just want to give a little indication that there's some silver. I could have scratched back a little bit and you just let some of that silver from the tray show. But in all honesty, this tray was not a very pretty tray. I know you didn't see it because I kind of wanted to get a head start, but it had like lots of issues. And so it wasn't a very pretty silver tray. It was kind of like a very ugly silver tray that had rust and stuff on it. And no, we're going to make it look like it has rust on it. We don't want to, we didn't necessarily want that. And so we just want a little bit of our silver. We'll probably be going back and forth with a little bit of all these colors regardless anyway. So it's not going to really matter like what gets silver right now versus what gets the other colors. We'll probably be doing a couple of different layers. I need you to go under there and I need you to move out my way. Thank you. All right, I'm going to come in with a little bit of this new penny now. Again, I'm not going to clean my brush. It's got the silver in there and it's just going to have the new penny now. Kind of like our plate here. I'm just going to splotch it on, right? I'm just splotching. I'm going to go around and just splotch on. Just some areas of this color. And anybody can do this, guys. This is so simple that like you can see it's like I'm not even thinking about where I'm putting it. I'm not even like it's not even crossing my mind. I'm just touching down and we're just creating this thing that looks like it's been patinaed and aged. What do y'all think? Okay. Now I'm going into that statuary. Put a little bit of that in there. That's going to be a little darker. Again, I'm not cleaning my brush. And that kind of like gives that idea of that like dark parts in here. And we're going to just get that on in places. Again, I don't want it to be like painted. I just want it to be like tapped on and random. Old and rusty. Crusty, rusty. Y'all are quiet. Y'all are quiet. I know. It's Sunday before 4th. People got lots going on. Josie isn't even on. Like, I'm hanging out here by myself. Are we looking old and crusty yet? Goodness. It's a looking a little bit, isn't it? Like, oh, OMG, huh? Like, it's getting to be a little bit of a thing. Put a little bit of my gold. 24 karat gold. I think these metallics were perfect for this. We got these elements on it with the widget bin that kind of looks a little bit industrial. That kind of just gives us a little bit of extra oomph. I'm not going to put as much 24 karat gold. I'm just going to put it in a few little spots just to have that like little pop of like the unexpected. I like to have a little pop of the unexpected. I don't know if goodness is a good thing or a bad thing. You tell me. I don't know if you may like, oh, that's a good thing, or oh, that's not so good. I don't know. I don't know what you meant by, oh, goodness. I'm going to go back to some of my original color, that blue diamond and the blue. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I want to just come in and just tap in a little bit of that dark blue. Again, just giving back a little bit of that darkness, right? Here and there. Doesn't have to be perfect. But just kind of like that dark blue popping out in there. I want little pops of that dark blue popping out on our piece here, on in our tray. And so that magic that you can create with the magical chalk paint, you can totally create it with the Pixie Dust paints because I just did it. And if y'all want to grab some of the Pixie Dust paints, you can hit that link and get some. She has a set. You can either go to my website and buy some too, but she has her sets, and the set is kind of, you're new to it. It's a great way to get them and try them, because you can order, you get one of the Pixie Dust paints. You can pick which one you want. You get 2 of the magical chalk paints, and you get this quarter you're going to get the meltdown sealer, which is awesome for decoupage. I use force field on mine because I want to put water on this. You know, it needs to be able to be cleaned, and so the force field is the best for if you're gonna clean with water. And so but you can I actually like, for whatever reason, just a personal preference, because they're both great, but I actually like the meltdown for decoupage medium. I actually really like that. I think I just like the finish it gives. And now for that blue diamond. That blue diamond's going to give off like a little bit of a patina. Make it look like it has patina, you know, like the copper patina. And guys, if I know you're seeing this on camera, but let me tell you, that camera is not doing this justice. It is not doing this justice at all. And so you can still kind of see the pattern through it. The pattern, and you can see my lines that, you know, I had all of that like stuff on it. And actually I really like that you can see that, because it does something to the fact that it's like this aged silver. I'm just going to do this for a minute. I know you can't see, but I just need to look and see like if I've got all of the white covered, because I don't want to have any of the white showing. And so I just need to get in there. There we go. There we go. I just needed to get in there and see it. I need to do the same thing on that side. That side I did better on. This side I had quite a bit up underneath there because I can't see up underneath there. That I needed to hit with something. Because I was like, but there she is, guys. What do y'all think? Think you'll grab you a little bit of little silver tray and have some fun with it? I know Melissa said she'd pick some up at a garage sale. So just because I have a little bit left on my thing here, I'm just going to keep on playing for a minute or two with some. I know this was $9 at Goodwill, but I was like, when he said $9, it actually didn't have a price on it, and I had to go up front and get a price. And he said $9, and I first was like, "Ooh, that's a little expensive." But this is like a really big tray. And so I was like, well, that's a pretty, for that size tray, it's not bad. And so I decided to go ahead and get it, and I'm glad I did because I am in love with this, guys. I think it's so pretty. Yeah, it is a really nice tray. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it had anything. Let me see if it had anything on the back of it. Watch it. Be like, Tiffany. No, no, I'm only kidding. No, there's nothing on the back. There's nothing stamped on the back of this tray at all. So, and you can see how grungy it was, and how like, see how it's like, that's kind of how it looked. But it had more rust on the inside of it, because I guess where people had probably left water. Oh, cool. So they're yours. So sterling silver tray is nice. Can't believe somebody didn't pick them up. But it's, for you, it's a good thing, because now you can create something like pretty cool with them, right? And you could have like the different holidays. I like doing them. I did a cow one with Americana cow with the Highland cows. Had a flag. I did that back. It's been a little while on my page. I took some stuff to church on that. Now I will seal this with the not the I'm going to seal this with the force field. If I can use my words, but this what I'll seal it with. I'm going to dry it real good because I want to make sure everything is dried. I'm not going to seal it right now because I need to turn it over, and I need to just see like if I got in all the little cricks and crannies of the widgie bins and everything, because I don't want to have any, but I will seal it with this, and I might even take this silver and paint the back so the back looks nice. So again, my name is Amanda. I'm a Simply Amazing Art, and I enjoyed making this tray with you all today. Y'all check it out. See that widget bend? See how it's not really industrial looking, but it kind of is. It kind of is. I kind of like it. And then the little wood pieces here, I will finish them, and I will actually seal them on the back side too, where you can see them, because like I said, I will be, washing this and using this. But isn't that pretty? The money shot, as they say. Anyway, I hope y'all come over on my page, follow me. We're going to have a fun July over there. We're going to have a fun July on Paint Pixie. So y'all hang out with us, all of us Pixies, and y'all have a great July. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great 4th of July. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Dee. Anyway, and I will see you all in a couple weeks. Y'all have a great, here on the page on Paint Pixie, y'all have a great rest of your holiday weekend. Bye.